Mark, pre-season at the Giant Axe begins with a 1-0 win against National League Altrincham.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent game, wasn't it? You know, great to see 300 plus or 300-ish people here for our first pre-season game at home. I thought the lads applied themselves fantastically well. I thought first half we were particularly good. You know, even we set the tone for the first couple of minutes because obviously Jake's had that chance where he's hit the post, and I thought we did most of the running, even though they had probably shaded possession. I think they only created one chance, which Andre saved fairly easily. But in terms of the stuff we've worked on, that's the most pleasing thing for me. I said at Kendall, the result is irrelevant. We all know that winning games in pre-season doesn't mean that you're going to win games when it kicks off for real. So, but to see some of the things that we've put into practice, to see some of our work off the ball, to see some of our structural stuff, and to start to get some of the new players out there, and again some of the trialists we had a look at, and some of the younger players at the end. So, you know, if there was a blueprint for a quick sense check of where we are after 5 training sessions and a training game at Kendall, that's probably as good as we could have asked for. So yeah, loads to take from today, loads of positives. I thought player-wise, I thought Charlie Barnes was excellent. We strapped him up because he's had a bit of a knock, and we didn't think he was going to play. But he's that kind of kid where he's that desperate to get out there that he's willing to play through it. So I thought he was excellent. It was good to see Tiggy back out there. It's 6 months since Tiggy's played, so Tiggy looked really assured. There was loads of good performances for me, and we've got minutes in the bank for the lads. And yeah, we've now got a little bit of a more hectic schedule. We've got Bolton and Burnley here, and then Holker. So the games will come thick and fast, and we'll look at different things. But there was, you know, so many really good aspects to what we did today. And don't forget, we've played a full-time football club today. So, but I didn't think there was that much in it from a fitness perspective. I thought our lads looked sharp. I thought our lads looked like they were, you know, they stood up to every challenge and every test that we had. So yeah, all in all, it's a good day.
As you say, Altrincham, a strong side. Regan Linney in that second half were no stranger to, probably their most dangerous player. But the likes of Charlie Barnes at the back really kept him quiet.
Yeah, they've got quality throughout their team. You know, they've got Mark Ellis at centre half, second half. You know, top footballers. So I think result aside, because it doesn't matter, it really doesn't. It's nice to win football matches, of course it is. But result aside, it was the performance for me that is the most pleasing thing about today. It's the fact that we pretty much mitigated. You know, I think we probably bored them to death at the end of the first half because they kind of ran out of. They tried to do things a certain way, and I thought we were able to mitigate that, and we frustrated them, which is sometimes you've got to play that way when you don't have a lot of the ball and you're playing a National League side. So, but we still had so much attacking impetus with us. I thought Jake was excellent. I thought they really struggled to contain him. I thought he gave us an outlet all the time, and we looked physically strong, which is important. We looked like we could take on concepts. We played a lot of football first half. I mean, we got a bit disjointed second half, but I think every pre-season game does. But I thought we played a lot of really nice, neat football at times when the game allowed us to do so. So yeah, they'll do really well because they've got top manager and the full time they've got, you know, great players. So I'm sure they'll have a great season, and I hope that it was as useful an exercise for them as it was for us today.
So, as you say, up next, we have Bolton Wanderers B on Wednesday. The game's coming thick and fast. How is it for physical preparation with all those games in quick succession?
Yeah, we've just got to be careful with a couple because
we will not be careful. We'll be really careful with a couple.
We've had a couple that have just picked up some little knocks and niggles, and we've just got to be aware of that. And that's normal because you're putting lads under load quite intensely when they've not all been under load in the off season. So we'll just manage a couple. We're going to train Monday because we've got Bolton Wednesday. So lads will come in Monday. They'll have something a little bit more structural and light, and less of the real physical, you know, tough cycles of training that we have been doing. So yeah, I'm fairly pleased and confident that we can patch a few up. And I mean, the injuries that we have got are probably fairly minor. And Charlie, we got through a game today. Javo, we didn't expect to play, but he did. Joel Davidson's got an ankle problem. And remember, we didn't have Jamie Mellon today. We didn't have
Don Lawson isn't here.
Clark,
scored against
Don Lawson
Kendall.
Not here. Nico's not here. So we've still got 4 or 5 players, and we were maybe just a bit light depth-wise today, but I'd like to have taken off a few players a bit earlier than we could, or got someone. I'd like to have taken Brad Carroll off at some point because I thought he expended that much energy in the way he played. But yeah, it's. I think if we can add a couple more and get those players back, I think we're certainly in a better place than we were this time last year, which is the first sort of point of reference, the first milestone. But if we can get stronger from here on into the start of the season, and we can keep the injuries at bay, I think we're quietly confident that we're in a better place than we were.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.